Muddlarks Drama Group proudly presents Suddenly Autumn, a Preston mystery in 7 episodes. Episode 7. In last week's episode, Fraulein Falfertine and her accomplice, Boris Baumann, were trying to contact the submarine anchored off the coast of Whitby.
Calling Captain Haynes. Come in, over. Come in, please, over. I cannot make contact with the submarine, Fraulein.
That's because Captain Haynes has been detained.
Gott in Himmel!
I'm afraid the people you were hoping to sell the documents to will not be coming, Fraulein.
Documents? What are you talking about?
The documents stolen from Princess Dragomirov's safe on the day of the coronation.
This is victimization. I was not released from your foul prison until the day after the coronation. You have nothing on me.
We know you have had contact with a number of your associates while you were in prison, and we've been monitoring your radio transmissions for several weeks.
Fraulein, Hedda, please, just hand over the documents.
The hotel is surrounded by armed police officers. The Royal Navy has secured the submarine. If you come quietly, then I have been authorised by the government to offer unconditional extradition to a country of your choice.
Please, listen to the inspector, Fraulein.
Please? You have been a thorn in my side ever since the affair of the Countess de Zinter's diamonds. But now everyone can see you for what you are. No better than a common thief and a traitor to your country for your own personal gain. You made the arrangements with your husband to steal the documents. You convinced Dragomirov you were her loyal friend, and then you stole from her. And now you have convinced the police that I am part of this conspiracy.
That's not true. You know it's not true.
You have no proof that I stole the documents. I have been nowhere near London since I was released by your government.
That is true, unfortunately. But we do have proof that the people who committed the crime were acting under your instructions.
Proof? What proof?
We intercepted and taped conversations with Captain Haynes. And we have proof that your accomplice here broke into Mrs. Haynes' home and planted a letter, supposedly from Captain Haynes, and a document box stolen from Princess Dragomirov's safe by your agent, Lily Black.
I have never been near her house.
Preston, find.
Keep the dog away from me.
He will not hurt you, providing you return what you stole from me.
Boris?
Here, take it.
Thank you.
You fool! What else did you take?
Nothing. When I opened the safe to put the document box in, it was just sitting there.
Do you recognise it, Fraulein?
That's the Stratton brooch.
I thought you would be pleased, Fraulein. You have told me many times how you used the brooch to...
I warn you not to say any more, Herr Baumann.
This brooch is a replica of the Stratton brooch and was given to me by Princess Dragomirov. If you had not taken it, it would be much harder to prove that Falfertine was involved.
We knew she wouldn't risk going anywhere near Mrs. Haynes' house, and she couldn't risk using any of her gang members that we knew about. That's why she hired you.
But I know nothing about...
The fact that you have the brooch is proof that you were the one to break into Mrs. Haynes' house and plant the document box and letter.
All that proves is that this man is a common thief.
Fräulein, the documents you took from the Russian embassy have no value. The real ones were couriered to Moscow as soon as the Princess knew the combination to her safe had been passed on by a former member of staff. I don't expect your contacts to be too pleased if you try to sell them useless information.
You've been granted an amnesty, Fraulein. All you need to do is take the responsibility for what has happened. Tell the inspector who your contacts are, and you can walk free from here and start a new life.
And what about you, Frau Holmes?
What do you mean?
Will you be able to start a new life with the knowledge that your precious husband has been working for me since he was posted to Edinburgh?
That's not true. It can't be.
Ah, but it is true, Frau Holmes. The Herr Captain found himself in possession of a prototype device, which he offered to sell to me in return for a new life in America.
You've already made an allegation against Mrs. Holmes. I advise you not to say any more, Fräulein.
No, Inspector. I want to hear what she has to say.
I was not interested in the device, but I offered to pay for his escape from this country in return for his help with this little project. I must say the Herr Captain has proved to be a worthy associate. associate.
How dare you? Inspector, you can't believe these lies.
Mrs. Hames, please. Now is not the time or the place to discuss this.
You knew, and all this time.
I realise that this is a shock to you, Frau Hames. But if you require proof, I will tell you that the letter from Fraulein Black is genuine.
How? How did you know about...
I have destroyed you! I have destroyed the famous Frau Hames. All that remains is to destroy your only remaining friend.
Fräulein, put the gun away. Don't do anything stupid. These officers are armed and the hotel is surrounded. There's no escape.
Do not take me for a fool, Inspector! There is always a way out!
You have been listening to Suddenly Autumn, a Preston mystery presented by the Muddlarks Drama Group. Shirley Hames was played by Bev. Fraulein Falfertine was played by Sally. Jean Maple was played by Pam. Inspector Lestrange was played by Steve. Boris Bauman was played by Mark. Princess Dragomirov was played by Linda. Olga Chenkov was played by Tracy. The introductions were read by Michael, and Preston appeared as himself.